Benchmark. Hip extension before knee extension. This is a really important concept for all of our athletic movements. It simply refers to our hips extending fully before our knees extend fully. Now, when we are doing something like walking or running or climbing as well, we are not going to actively think, oh, I should extend my hips before I extend my knees. But we can train it during our strength training so that we can solidify the movement pattern when we are doing things like climbing, running, or walking. All right, so one of the best ways that I like to train this is in the deadlift. It is a way that we can start to really hone in on it and pay attention so that we can use it in movements that have higher demand. At the top of our deadlift, a lot of times what we do is we'll get to the top and we start to lock out our knees and we're still kind of bent over like this. So in this instance, I have got a knee extension before hip extension. So what we can do is keep a really soft bend in the knees at the top of the deadlift so that we have to continue up so that we can get to full hip extension before we get to knee extension. I love keeping a super soft bend in my knees at the top of my deadlift because it really cues me to use my glutes to get that full hip extension. We want to think about this when we are doing our deadlifts, when we are doing our squats, and I even like thinking about it in planks too, when we are not necessarily extending the hips, but sometimes when we get in positions that are a little more challenging, such as a plank, we will want to lock out our knees and try and kind of force our hips forward. This hip extension before knee extension also makes sure that we are not hanging out on our hip joints quite as much and kind of shoving that pelvis forward. So hip extension before knee extension is a really key concept. We're going to work on it some more as we go through the programming, but start to notice, do you let your knees come fully straight before your hips become fully straight? So we want to think about soft bend in the knees and then stand up and out of the hips. All right, hip extension before knee extension. You got this. That's all for now.